Since the Court ruling in May, Parliament has been diligent in enforcing the court ruling. But due to the latest court judgment, the actual work of the committee comes to a halt for at least 3 months.
The first and second respondents are interdicted from proceeding.
In their response to the judgment, some political parties bemoaned what they called an encroachment on the powers of Parliament. Some analysts weighed in on the matter.
To the relation of the executive to the legislator, president versus maybe Section 89 committee, parliamentary processes, but also the process of the judiciary with relation to the executive, the court case of September, but also the relation with the legislator, which we have seen in terms of the Constitutional Court telling the legislator to continue with their investigation. So in that sense, I believe we may see new lines in terms of these underlying relationships.
Well, I think, separation of powers is not a clearly delineated line. In fact, those very parties that are complaining now were the ones that went to the Constitutional Court to say that Parliament's rules were unconstitutional. So you can't have it both ways.
So I don't think that the judiciary or the courts are going overboard in terms of how they interpret the Constitution and how they protect the culture of human rights. I think it happened that maybe President Ramaphosa, the reason why his request was granted, his legal team pitched a stronger argument as opposed to the application that was submitted by the state, the parliament.
What is also expected is that the parties or political parties who approach the court may approach the Supreme Court of Appeal or the Constitutional Court because the decision of the Western Cape High Court tramples on the decision of the Constitutional Court, which said then the impeachment committee must continue, or it must be set up and continue with impeachment.
Meanwhile, the impeachment committee is set to meet again on Wednesday, where it is expected to finalize its terms of reference and the appointment of an evidence leader. Zelene Merrington, SABC News, Parliament.